Hello my dear friends, this is Satyam and most welcome to your YouTube channel Prepare with Satyam. फ्रेंड्स, जहाँ तक हमें याद है हमने लास्ट क्लास में प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट टेंस को ख़त्म किया था, ठीक है ना। तो जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ थी हमने उसको एंड की। आज हम दोस्तों फर्दर आगे सीखेंगे, दूसरा टेंस स्टार्ट करेंगे जिसका नाम है प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस। ओके, तो चलिए हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। किसको सीखना? प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस को हम सीखना स्टार्ट करते हैं, ठीक है दोस्त। तो क्या सीखेंगे आज हम? प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस, प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस। ओके, सो टुडे वी विल लर्न प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस। ओके दोस्तों, तो सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं, इसका बेसिक की बात कर लेते हैं, ठीक है ना, यानी स्ट्रक्चर से इसकी डिस्कस कर लेते हैं ना। स्ट्रक्चर्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट। चलिए तो बात करेंगे सबसे पहले इसके स्ट्रक्चर्स की, ठीक है ना। तो सबसे पहले हम डिस्कस करेंगे अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंस का स्ट्रक्चर। ओके, फर्स्ट वी विल डिस्कस द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंस, which pattern will follow in affirmative sentence of present continuous tense. So friends, I have already told you that in affirmative sentence we always start from subject. We always start from subject. We know what is subject. Subject is a doer who perform the task. Okay, who do the tasks. So that is subject. Then we use is MR. Then we use is MR. Okay, if your subject is singular, singular means if it is he or she or it or name, and I can say any singular subject, we use is. Okay, and M, what is M? We use M for I. Okay, and R for plural subject. Plural subject means if your subject is you, if your subject is we, if your subject is they, right? And if your subject is any plural subject, then we use or. Clear? So if your subject is singular, then we use is. If your subject is I, then we use M, and if your subject is plural, then we use R. Okay my dear friends, now clear? Then subject, and this is called helping verb. Okay, then we use main verb, right? Then we use main verb, and we use continuous form of verb. Okay, and then it object. And okay, do not write object, only write the things will be explained more. Okay, if there is present in a sentence. Okay, so subject, helping verb, and this is main verb, and this is main verb. Okay, and next further things are explained more. Okay, so this is the structure of affirmative sentence, and this is the structure of affirmative sentence. Okay, and you will know that these are is MR. Okay, I have told this. Okay, in previous videos I have told you that this represent present time. Okay, this represent what? This represent present time. Okay, and ing form, it what represent is continuous form. It represents that the work is continuous process. Is it continuous process? Okay, so that is represents continuous process. That represent continuous process. What is that? This is represents action. Okay, and when you connect time, action together, we will get tense. Okay, so present continuous tense. So this is will be present continuous tense. Clear? This is the sentence of affirmative. This is the structure of affirmative sentence. Okay my dear friends, next we move with second structure, that is negative sentence. Okay, so we will move the second structure, that is negative sentence. So I am writing here negative sentence. negative sentence. Okay dear, so let's start. Negative sentence. What is the structure of negative sentence? So first of all we need subject. Okay, first of all we need subject. Okay, then we will write helping verb is am or are. Okay dear, okay. First, and then you write not, because this is a negative sentence, then you have to use not. Okay, not. Then use the continuous form of verb, means you connect, use suffix ing in the first form of verb and explain the things more. Okay, so this is the structure of negative sentence. So this is the structure of negative sentence of negative, okay, of present continuous tense. Okay dear, so this is the structure of negative sentence of present continuous tense. We use subject first, then we use helping verb, and we have already told you that when we use is, when we use am, and when we use are. Okay, then we use not, and then we use continuous form of verb, means be suffix ing in the first form of verb. Okay, and then things will be explained more, right? This is a negative structure of continuous, of present continuous tense. Okay my dear friends, this is clear. So friends, see, you can write, okay, you can write this structure in another way. What is that? What is that way? You will connect this helping verb and this not together, means you can use contracted form of this and this. Contracted form means abridged form, shortened form. Okay, as I was telling, let's see. Subject, okay, subject, you can write isn't, you can write isn't. Okay, isn't means this is the suffix, this is the contraction of is and not. Okay, and am or not, you should know that am not, its contraction is not used in grammar. In grammatical English we not use am not. Okay, means there is a no contraction. Okay, there is a no contraction form. Okay, there is a no contraction form of am not. We use it aren't for it, we use aren't for it. Okay, so you can use aren't, you can use aren't. Okay, then if, okay, and now see, you add not in this, so you need not to write not again, right? So next you will write continuous form of verb, and explain the things more. So this is the another way to write a negative sentence. Okay, this is the another way to write negative sentence. Okay my dear friends, I hope you have understand all these things that are going on. Okay, so we will move next. This is our affirmative sentence, this is our negative sentence, and now we will discuss interrogative sentence. Okay, now we will discuss interrogative sentence. Okay my dear friends, let's see interrogative sentence. Okay, so first of all I will discuss about close-ended question. I will discuss about close-ended questions. Okay, and here I will discuss open-ended questions. Okay, so I will discuss here close-ended questions. Okay, you can also say that this is yes no type questions. Okay, and this is open-ended questions, means you can say that WH type questions. Okay, so we'll discuss here. So first of all, see close-ended questions. Okay, in the previous videos I have told you the general structure of these sentences, means affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence. Okay, general structure means when general structures, what means general structure? General structure means every tense follows that structure. Okay, so I have already told you. So the students, okay, the students who didn't watch it, please watch it. Okay, if you see it, your doubts will be clear. Okay, and you will make it very, you make out this concept easily. Okay, so please watch that video carefully. carefully, my dear friends. Okay, so interrogative sentence, close-ended question and open-ended questions. So let's see. In close-ended question, in close-ended question, we know in close-ended question we start the question with helping verb, right? So first of all, we have to use helping verb. What we have is or, are, or, am. Okay, this will be used according to the subject, simple. Okay, then we use subject, then we use continuous form of verb, this is the continuous form of verb, right? And then the things will be explained more, and the question mark in the end of the sentence. This is the structure of close-ended question. Okay, second, if we have to use not in this sentence, okay, if we need not in this sentence, where we use it? Okay, so you have to remember one thing, that in interrogative sentences, as it close-ended question or it is open-ended question, in interrogative sentences we use not after the subject. This concept you have to remember. Okay, so if we need not, then we use after the subject. So we write is or, are, or, am. Okay, then we write subject, then we use not. Okay, then we use continuous form of verb. Okay, and things will be explained more. So this is the another way to write of this structure. Okay, this sentence is without not, and this sentence is included not, and not we write not after the subject. Okay, my dear friends, this, I think this is the clear. Next, there is another way to write this structure. Okay, what is the way? The way is that you can use the contracted, means shortened form of is or not, are or not, am or not. And we know that in grammatical English we don't use am not, we use aren't for it. Okay, that I told you now just. Okay, so let's see what we write. Isn't, we write isn't or aren't. Okay, then we use subject. Okay, then we use continuous form of verb, and the things will be explained more. So these three structures you have to learn. Okay, in the interrogative sentence of present continuous tense, Okay, dear, I hope you have the concepts till now. Okay, so these three structures are important in close-ended question. Okay, we need helping verb, then we use subject, and this helping verb, okay, will be used according to subject. If subject is singular means he, she, it, name, and singular, then we use is. If your subject is I, then we use am. Okay, and if your subject is plural, means your subject is we. Okay, you, they, and any plural subject, then we use what, are, right? Okay, so then we use continuous form of verb. And if we need to use not, okay, the question is where should we use it? Okay, so we use it after the subject. Okay, if we need not in interrogative sentences, then we use it after the subject. Okay, and you can make this structure more easier and more shorter by use the contraction form of these helping verbs and this not. So you can use isn't or aren't, okay, plus subject, and then we use continuous form of verb, and then the things will be explained more in the sentence. So these three structures you have to learn in interrogative sentence. Okay, now come on open-ended question. I have already told you what is open-ended questions. Okay, what we'll do in open-ended questions. Open-ended questions, okay, always starts from a question word. Okay, always start from a question word, and the question words are when, how, where, whom, whose, who. So these are question words you have to focus on. Okay, so open-ended questions, open-ended questions. It starts from question word. It starts from question word. Then we use helping verb after it. Helping verb is am or are. Question word is am or are. Okay, right, my dear friends. Then we use subject. Then we use subject. Okay, then we use continuous form of verb. Then we use continuous form of verb, and things will be explained more. Okay, so this is the structure of open-ended question. Okay, of present continuous tense. Okay, if we need subject, then where we use, then you said, sir, if we need subject in interrogative sentence, we used it after the subject. Okay, simple, very nice. Then we use question word, okay, plus is, am, are, right. Then we use subject. Then if we need not, okay, so not place here after the subject, and continuous form of verb, and continuous form of verb, and things will be explained more. So these two structures of open-ended questions, these two structures we should learn in open-ended question. Okay, so if you see carefully, so this is the most important slide for the present continuous tense. Okay, because this is the basic and this is the your structures. Okay, you can say that this is the formulas for you to make an present continuous tense. Okay, that is affirmative sentence. Okay, that's negative sentence. Okay, and this is interrogative sentence. You have the structure of close-ended questions and open-ended questions. Okay, so first of all, let's see the examples of this present continuous tense. Okay, let's see the examples. So what is the example you will write? Okay, he is playing hockey. He is playing hockey. Okay, so let's see, this is our subject, this is our subject, and our subject is singular. This is our helping verb. Okay, this is our main verb. Okay, and the main verb is in continuous form, and this is our object, and this is our object. So this is a affirmative sentence. So this is a affirmative sentence. Okay, simple, right? So this is the basic structures of present continuous tense. Okay, and I hope you understand all these things. Okay, and there is a not need any basic, this is not a rocket science, simple concepts, simple structures, just you have to focus on it. Okay, my dear friends, so make further concepts. Okay, so stay here. So let's move next concept. So friends, now we are going to learn some examples of present continuous tense. Okay, so let's start. So this is the first example that I have written right now. Second example, as I am written, they, is or am or are, is or are doing this work, doing this work. Okay, see my dear friends, if you see, this is your subject, this is your subject. Okay, and your subject is in plural form, and your subject is plural form. Okay, then we use are, then we use are. Okay, when if our subject is singular, then we use is. Okay, if our subject is am, then we use if our subject is I, then we use am, and our subject is plural, then we use are. Okay, and this is the main verb, this is the helping verb. Okay, and this is the main verb, and the main verb is in continuous form. Continuous form, what represents continuous form? Continuous form tells us that the process is in continuous, it represents continuous process. Okay, so this is our next sentence, and it is the correctly used. Okay, second one, we are going to write that I am not doing my work right now. Okay, so if we see that the sentence, this is our subject am, and we use am for it, and this is the not, means this is a negative sentence. Okay, and you can use the contraction form of am and not. What we use aren't. Okay, we use are, and this is the correct sentence. Okay, next example I am going to write that are we going to Agra to see the Taj Mahal, to see the Taj Mahal. Okay, so this is the our close-ended question, because our sentence start with helping verb. Okay, with helping verb, and if you see helping verb is are, then you already know that our subject is plural, means we. This is continuous form. Okay, and this is the our complete sentence, and this is the also a correct sentence. Okay, next sentence I am going to write that is Rama. Okay, we write is Rama cooking food. Is Rama cooking food? Okay, so this is our helping verb, this is our subject, this is our main verb, and this is the object. So this is the complete sentence. Okay, next I am going to write why are you not going to school today? So this is the our complete sentence, and this is the grammatically correct. This is our question word. Okay, we know this is our helping verb. Okay, this is our subject. Okay, and this is adverb. What is adverb? We know in the further concepts, in the further videos. This is our main verb. Okay, this is our preposition. Okay, this is our object. Okay, and this is our adverb also. This represents the time. Okay, so this is the complete sentence. This is the correct sentence and is in used present continuous tense, and this is closed-ended questions. This is an open-ended question. Okay, next example I am going who. The question word who, this is the important thing that you have to focus on it. What is who? Who is a question word that represents subject. Okay, that represents a subject. So we use who. Okay, and we use always singular helping verb or singular verb for it. Means let's see the general structure of who. Okay, so that we can use it in every tense as we further coming tenses. Okay, so let's see. I'm telling you the general structure of who. Okay, let's see, my dear friends. We use who. Okay, then we use helping verb. We use verb. Okay, it may be a helping verb or it may be a main verb. Okay, then we use and you question things may be explained more. So this is the structure of who interrogative sentences. Okay, when the question word comes who, then this structure will be followed. Okay, we use who, then we use verb, then we use subject. Okay, you see that the structure is follows as a affirmative sentence. Yes, because who is working as a subject here, because you is working as a subject here, because this is the subject. If we say I ask, let's see, he is playing hockey. Who is playing hockey? He is playing hockey. Means this is the representing of subject. This represents the subject. Okay, so subject, verb, and the things will be explained more. So this is the basic structure of any tense. Let's take the example. If we write who and always we use singular verb, we use always singular verb, it will be helping verb or it may be main verb. Okay, let us see who is making a noise. Who is making a noise? Okay, so simply you will see who is a subject, is working, you is working as a subject here in this sentence. This is singular verb based on who, and this is the continuous process, and this is our complete sentence, and this is the grammatically correct sentence. Okay, simply. Okay, as in the last video we have learned present continuous tense, present indefinite tense. Let's see the examples of it. Okay, who plays the piano? Okay, so let's see who, this is our subject. Okay, who is working as a subject in this sentence, and this is a verb, this is a main verb, this is a main verb, and comes as a singular, because I have already told you that when who comes, okay, it always takes singular verb, it always takes singular verb. Okay, so who plays the piano? Okay, next sentence we are going to write that who, okay, who teaches, who teaches you English, who teaches you English, who teaches you English. Okay, if someone is asked you that who teaches you English, then you will say Satyam sir teaches me English. Okay, so this is our subject and this is our verb, and this is a singular verb. If you watch carefully, this is a singular verb and this is your object. Okay, so this is our complete sentence and this is the correct. Okay, my dear friends, so I hope, okay, I hope so that you have learned all this concept. Okay, you loved this video, you learned something from this video. So friends, if you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe the video. Okay, so we will meet in the next video some further. Okay, this is the basic things we learned from present continuous tense. Okay, so tomorrow we will learn very most important things. Okay, that is essential, okay, for competitive students as well as, okay, the students who want to learn how to speak English fluently, clearly, and very, that the most important thing is fluently. Okay, so we will learn some most important concept regarding to this present continuous tense. Okay, so we will meet in the next video. Thank you very much.